You turn it on.
So I got a question.
Okay, go ahead. Hi, by the way.
How was your week?
How was my week? Longer than usual.
Tell me about it.
Just worked.
Like,
Just dealt with people, talked to people. That's like 95% of my day.
I'm not trying to be rude,
Ooh.
because
I'm not trying to be rude.
some people like take offense to it, but
Yeah.
not. I'm not trying to offend.
Okay.
You look a little tired, so you must have had a long week.
I have. I have had a long week. Thanks for asking. You too, though. Did you have a long week?
No, not really. My week felt like it went pretty quickly. Work is work.
Yeah.
I've been dealing with no AC at work, so I'm cooking
Oh, it's
literally.
hot.
In my office, especially
It
on
was hot too last week.
yeah, the second half of the day
Yeah.
where the sun
Comes.
sets on the west, that's where my office is, and
Mhm.
then it's like a greenhouse effect. So
Yeah.
my office probably legit was 80, anywhere from between 84 to like 86 degrees.
Yeah. Sounds
Uh,
about right.
yeah, that was. But
Sounds
this is
sweaty.
my third summer in a row
Yeah.
with this heat wave.
That's fair. How about softball? And yeah, interchangeable. How about softball? Let's talk about softball
What
here.
about softball? I mean, I'm in my softball gear
I
right
see
now.
that.
We got
So,
rained out today. We got
did
one
you?
inning in.
Mm. How many days a week are you playing?
Twice.
How long you been playing softball for now?
2013, 2012, 2013.
A long time.
Yeah.
What made you get into softball? And like, clearly, because you played baseball your life, we know this. But how did you get into like a league? Like, what brought you to like that intersection in life?
Well, I played years back on a team,
Okay.
and I didn't think anything of it. So I only literally played for like a season, and then I didn't play for probably forever, like 10 years almost.
Really?
It was like that long.
Wow.
And I don't know. Actually, we've talked about Hubie a few different times on the
Yep.
episode,
Oh
right?
yeah.
So Hubie would get in these little kind of where he picks up new hobbies, and it was something that he got interested in. And then Tiny was also a big
Course.
softball guy, right?
Course.
So Tiny always kind of played a little bit, so Hubie kind of like wanted to try it out. So we formed a co-ed team,
Mm-hmm.
and we were not good at all. We were not good. Our name was the Bench Warmers,
Yeah.
and it turned out to be just
The
that.
bench warmers.
Uh, and that kind of got me that spark back. Like, okay,
I
I
can't go
actually,
out like this.
that, and then like I actually missed just
the competitiveness
the
or is
competitiveness, but
the
like
community.
the camaraderie
Yeah.
of like a team,
Yeah.
and then of course just being on the ball field again. It just made me realize like this is a part of who I am,
Yeah.
and it brought joy to my life when I didn't think I was missing joy. Oddly
Really.
enough, yeah, it filled this little missing piece I didn't know that was missing.
Okay.
And then two, um, when I got back into it, like I was a big guy. If you remember,
I do.
I was 350 plus.
Yeah. You weren't where you were when you were younger.
Right.
That's for sure.
So it was like that sense of not only did I miss being on the ball field, but now that I'm a heavy guy, the abilities and everything was just
The
not there.
athleticism's gone.
It was like in here,
Yeah.
but the body was like, no, bro, it's not there.
So now that you're like thinner and you work out every day,
Yeah.
how has that like affected how you play? Like how have do you feel faster, stronger, like more athletic like when you were younger, or is it like something in the middle because you're a little older too?
Yeah, I don't think I'm as quick for sure.
Uh-huh.
I feel like the timing, like my uh like I still see everything.
Okay.
But
You can't get
obviously,
as fast.
yeah, I'm not
'Cause
that
you
young.
were always had good reflexes.
I actually, yeah, and
Yeah.
it was surprisingly enough and I said this before, and others have said is like I never looked like it, but I actually had good speed.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I ran
Absolutely.
pretty quickly.
You were fast.
Even now, like when I want to move,
Yeah.
I can move.
Yes.
But no, like this summer, now that we've started playing, I definitely see a huge difference in the performance. Uh, I'm moving better. Definitely not fatigued at all. So, the weight loss has helped, obviously too. but I almost feel like a younger version, but not quite
Okay.
there. But no, it's I'm not too shabby for being almost 45, playing
I
with
know, man.
some of these young kids
I'm sure
too.
you're moving like a young guy, at least in his 30s. Like,
Hey,
this is
listen,
pretty good. Pretty
and
good
the
for
arm's
your.
still not bad, honestly.
Yeah.
Too, like that's usually a lot of fears. And I've known guys in their late 40s or going into the 50s, and their arm is just shot, but that they can still hit a softball like nobody's business. And
Yeah.
I know people kind of joke about it, like it's slow pitch softball, but
Still hard.
it's not an easy
Listen,
sport.
it's hard.
Especially like some of the things that people can do with this ball, know where to hit it, place hitting, and it's a different swing from baseball. Like the whole game is different.
Well, yeah, because you're having a fast pitch versus like, even if you can anticipate the pitch, you still have to figure out where you want it to go, and not everybody could do that with the pitch that's
What's that?
going this right.
And then too, like on a baseball field, it's a bigger field. On a
Yeah.
softball field, it's a smaller field, so
Hmm.
you have less reaction time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different game, but it's so fun, man. I enjoy it, and it makes me remember my youth,
Yeah.
my prime, I guess, as you will.
Yeah.
But no, man, I love it. It makes me it's just a part of who I am, and the body's allowing me to still do it.
Yeah.
So as long as the body's allowing me to do it and I'm still enjoying it, I'm gonna do it until my body says no, or if I just get hurt enough or like this isn't worth getting hurt, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
But no, man, I love it. So yeah, I play Wednesdays and Sundays right now. And yeah, I look forward to it. I really do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's awesome. By the way, welcome back to the podcast, the Half Brother Experience with my brother,
Xavier and my brother.
Rico Classic.
So let me pause you really
Yes.
quick, man. We took last week off, but
Yeah.
technically this is episode 10,
Yes.
and
My
it was a
apologies. What's that?
not a sad week, but definitely a reflect week, right? We
Oh
celebrated
yeah.
Mom's birthday
Oh
on
yeah.
the 6th,
Yeah.
and then we just had her 10-year anniversary where she went on to the other life, right?
Yeah.
I know we didn't really talk a lot after we went out to dinner and stuff, and I actually told that to Sylvia. I was like, I really didn't hear from my brother and my sister, especially on the anniversary date. Um, where was your mind kind of at? I mean, 10
Oh, with
years like
that?
that, right? 10 years,
It's been a long time.
right?
Um, Honestly, this might sound crazy, but you might find this. I know I remember that date from you, not from my own experience. Like I don't remember the exact date every year because the best I can say, even with pops, is that I know it's like close enough to their birthday that it's like messed up, but I can't always remember exactly what date it is because there's just we had so much going on.
There's a lot going
We
on.
had like your stuff,
Yeah,
that stuff,
yeah.
mine and Shauna's stuff. Um,
That was a rough year for I think all of
that
us.
was a long year. So it just there's other things that were compacted into that year.
Yeah,
And honestly, I think like the older I've gotten, like when it comes to those things, I tend to, and I don't know how you feel about this, but there's certain things like the older you get that you're like, oh yeah, that was that year. Oh yeah, that was that time. With mom, it's different. Clearly, 10 years we already knew that was happening,
yeah.
but the actual date sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, it was this day. Um, but with that being said, I'm gonna give a shout out to my dog, Kylo, who just passed away. The
I saw that,
the
man.
day before mom or after mom, I'm pretty sure. So I'm just like, wow, what a weird thing. And Isaac sent me a video of him, like they were gonna take him to the vet. He
Yeah.
was so slow. He looked ready, and he did not even make it to the hospital. He passed away in the car.
Mm.
He was that tired. Like he's a tired dog. But he lived a long life. So he lived 11, 12 years, which is long for his breed. So
Yeah.
it's just his time, man. It was his time,
Yeah,
you
no, it's
know?
crazy because I mean I always every year I kind of just get in this little bit of a I start just thinking heavily about her, and
Yeah.
obviously like, it's so close, her birthday and then her anniversary. And I feel like this year was a little bit different. It wasn't that I was sad, but I just felt like I just was kind of thinking a lot about just
Everything.
everything,
Yeah.
right? And I've said this to Sylvia over the years too, like mom, her in her head, and she would say this to me. I don't know if you remember her saying this, but Janie probably does. Because her mom died
Yeah. Yeah.
when
Oh
she's
yeah.
like 29, 30,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
From cancer,
Yeah.
and mom was only 9 years old when she lost her mom,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Every time after 30, she'd be like, she would tell me on her birthday, she's like, well, I made it past my mom. Like it was like almost this sense of she felt like she wouldn't. I don't know if she
Right.
put that in her mind, but
Right.
every year on her birthday, she would make that comment to me that well, I made it past 30. I made it past 31 because of
Right.
her
Right. Right.
losing her mom at a young
Right.
age.
Yeah. I mean, because it. I mean, I'm sure it had some cause and effect because it's like, and that's where I guess, you know, we've said this already on the podcast. Our mom wasn't perfect, but we still had our mom longer than she ever had her mom,
Yeah,
and that alone was a gift and a blessing, And it's as tragic as it is to. How old were you when? Because I was 28.
I was gonna turn 35
Yeah,
because we're 20 years
or
apart.
27. I was 27 going on 28.
Yeah,
Um, as tragic as it was, we still had her long enough to be adults. Maybe not long enough to see all of our kids grow up,
yeah,
but long enough for us to be completely full adults. And I think that it's sad and it sucks, but we should. I'm always appreciative for having a mom longer than she had a mom,
yeah,
and because
absolutely.
that was what she wanted, right? She wanted her kids to see her grow up, or well, see them grow up, I should say. Excuse me. And like I said, do I wish she could have had a longer life to see our kids get big? Absolutely, but that's not how she got to see one, so that's good enough. You know.
I mean, yeah, and uh, I miss her, but I
Yes.
know one of her dreams were to have all of us live together
Yeah.
in the
No,
house
I'm
with
well
her,
aware.
with all her
Guys,
grandkids.
so we're gonna tell you something. We're actually gonna be moving in together in a big mansion where we're gonna be doing a reality show 24/7 streaming. Yes. No, I'm just kidding.
I didn't see this contract, and I don't think I'd sign it. And that's kind of what I was gonna say. I'm like, I had told mom
Clip
that.
that.
I told mom, I was like, yeah, that's never gonna happen.
Hey, but you know what though? Hey,
I couldn't
hold on.
do
To
it.
be fair, when we were all stayed together in Florida last year, it wasn't that bad. I
Listen,
I think we were far enough apart where it was like cool,
okay, but that
cool.
was 6 days,
That's a long time though. Hey,
not a
hey,
forever thing.
hey. That's a long time, and I feel like for the most part, we're all on the same level for like long enough. That wasn't like I was like, "Fuck, Kiko." Like, no, I mean, what we actually had a good time.
I did enjoy it. It was probably
We
out of the Florida trips, definitely a top because it was the first time we've all been together under one roof with all the kids. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And
absolutely, and they all had
they all
fun.
had a great time. So I know again that's something we said we wanted to do more of after she went over to the other side.
Yeah,
That we just wanted to make memories and have our kids be close,
absolutely,
and stuff like that. So that was definitely
absolutely.
I'm happy we were able to do that. So, and hopefully we could do more. Obviously with things going on, uh, I'm sure we will.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, for sure. The kids really liked that trip. They really enjoyed it. I'm pretty sure. I think it was like January, February. Karina was like, I want to do another trip
Awesome.
like that. So I mean, they really did like that trip. But with that being said, Timothee Chalamet, I see you got him on a list over here.
Yeah, man. Your thoughts before I kind of ask you. I just want to see, like, what do
What
you
I
think
think
about
about
him?
what I think about Timmy? I like Timmy. He's a cool kid. I've liked him for already. I want to say that when I first started seeing him was I think I told you about this movie Hot Summer Nights was the
Hmm.
first movie I really got to see him in, and I really liked that movie. And I feel like now looking back, the film's okay, it's good,
Yeah.
but like his character is nothing like he is in real life, and I was like, damn, he can act because that character alone was like completely different than anything else he's done. Um, man, he's got star power. He,
I believe
he's
he
range.
does.
He's range. He's got a
He
lot of range.
is. I don't know if people would agree, but he definitely, in my eyes and my honest opinion, he's the next like big Hollywood
So,
megastar,
oh,
right?
for sure, for sure.
It could be within the next 1 to 3 years,
Yeah.
where he is
Well,
literally everything.
well, and here's the big thing too about him is he has not really made a bad movie. All of his movies were fairly successful already. He can lead a film, um, and he's already in one of the most successful franchises of this generation, which is Dune.
Yeah,
I mean, those are big things to have. He has a franchise behind him already. Uh, Marty Supreme, big movie last year.
I love that movie.
Yeah,
It inspired me in a lot of ways, and it kind of that movie and his performance. And again, a lot of people, I mean, who saw the movie, it was like they had mixed opinions, right?
yeah.
Like
I
some,
still haven't seen it, believe it or
well,
not.
I put it on your
It
list.
is.
So
It's
for
been on,
me,
yeah.
and I won't give any spoilers, but obviously, I'm sure it's kind of based on a true person,
Mm-hmm.
who was a ping pong player, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
there was people who saw that movie and they're like, they are thinking it's like a ping pong movie.
Yeah.
And in reality, it's not so
It's
much
more like
that.
a con, like a bigger. It was a big.
Not even that.
You would know better than I would.
It's
So.
more about chasing your dream, right? Like
Yeah.
not letting anyone tell you that you can't. And we talked about that, right? Like
Uh,
you don't do something, right? Even when everything kind of just seemed like it was falling apart, to push through and pursue something that you believe that you can do. And that's kind of where I got that re-spark in my self-confidence as to why the podcast even got to this point, right? Like
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I need to stop almost procrastinating and then
Okay.
just start putting things in motion.
Absolutely.
And his performance, man, for me, I'm like, it was a different type of character for him, which
Yeah.
I loved.
Yeah.
Because again, I've seen a handful of his catalog at this point, and I'm just like, this young man, because he's not a kid anymore. He's 30 years old.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy, right?
Right? I mean, he still looks young. Don't get me
He
wrong.
looks like a boy for sure.
But I'm like, and I'm seeing the megastar in him.
Yeah,
I'm like,
for sure.
wow. I'm like, this kid literally is going to be the Leos, right?
Right.
The
Crazy enough too is like he's a fucking WWE fan. He's like
everything. Well, he's all
everything.
over ESPN
Yeah.
right now because the Knicks won,
yep.
and he's a huge Knicks fan, and he's
Knicks
going
and,
crazy.
Him and Danhausen, and I know you've seen the Danhausen
Bro,
stuff.
like, someone was just talking about this. I don't know if it was on the news. I know I've heard other people talking. I'm not a basketball fan by any means.
Me either.
But obviously, the stars are out, and that's what they were kind of saying. Like, they catered the NBA championship,
yeah,
like around like the Hollywood stars,
Oh, yeah.
right? Where they had the Chalamets there,
Ben
Tracy
Stiller,
Morgans, and all
Tracy Morgan, yeah.
all these huge basketball, especially Knicks fans or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and that they almost like priced out the blue collar people,
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
ticket
yeah.
prices because
well,
they wanted to kind of cater to the Hollywood stars.
So here is the biggest thing too. Is I've been told though, Knicks games in general are fairly expensive as it is. So them being in the finals probably really was like over the top expensive. So I was talking to somebody from New York and they were saying like they like to go to Pistons games when they play the Knicks
Okay.
because they said it's not as expensive. Like they say, like
Oh, when they come here,
correct.
Gotcha.
It's way cheaper. So it's like easy for them to go to the games, and they said their tickets are like $200-300 just their average game. It's not like anything special either. It's just a normal everyday game would be like a $200-300 game. So I can only imagine what
I mean,
court sides were for
one
sure.
day we'll know what those prices look like because
Yeah.
we're gonna be
Yes, they
on
are.
that level.
Yes.
One of the things I like about Timothee Chalamet, or even probably love,
Uh-huh.
is one of his favorite movies
Okay.
is Interstellar.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and he was in it.
He was in it, and I don't
To
know-
anybody that doesn't know, he was in the film. I'm sure at this point.
yeah, I
it's
think he said he
popular.
has a total of like 13 minutes
Yeah.
in the film.
Yeah.
Right. But he recently, well, not probably within the last few months, he was on that interview with
Yeah.
my boy
Yeah.
McConaughey,
Yeah.
and he asked him, he's like, "How many times have you watched Interstellar?" And McConaughey's like,
I've
"Maybe
never
one
watched.
time."
Yeah.
He's like, "Maybe one time." He's
Yeah.
like, because he doesn't watch his
His own
own
films.
films. And of course, he's like, Chalamet's watched it probably like 100
Yep.
times, and it's funny because Zendaya as well.
Mm-hmm.
One of her favorite movies is
Yeah. Yeah.
Interstellar,
Yes.
and then she's been quoted by saying, if you've never watched Interstellar, if you come to her house, she
Yeah.
makes you watch
Yep. Right.
Interstellar.
Right. It's a great film.
It's an amazing film.
It's like phenomenal. Like I said, if that ever goes back to movies,
We're going to watch it.
yes, we're gonna go watch it
in a cinema.
110%. It makes a big difference too.
But yeah, I think I enjoy him. I think he's an amazing actor.
Yes.
And I'm excited to see what he does moving forward.
It's so funny too because he does have such a short like stint in Interstellar. I like forgot. Like I've seen that movie. I've told you this. We've talked about this, but I seen it at the IMAX in Henry Ford Village, or museum, I should say. And it's just like I didn't like. I have that film on Blu-ray somewhere.
Nice.
And it's to this day I was like, oh yeah, I guess he is in it. But like, you're right. 13 minutes isn't very long. Like, well, here's the thing too. In the film, he doesn't really have the character in general is like background character to the daughter,
right?
His relationship with the dad,
right?
And then the next time you really see him is when he's Casey Affleck, and,
right?
And that's like the person you remember because it's like,
I thought they did a great job though. Like,
oh yeah,
right? Like he went from a kid and then Casey Affleck. I'm like, okay, I could see it, right?
110%.
That was I actually thought that was a pretty good comparison,
yes,
right?
Yes. And then I think it was Jessica Chastain they had for the adult version of the daughter.
Yeah.
And I was just like, damn. I was like, well, for Murphy. And I was just like, damn, like that casting.
Don't let me leave, Murph.
Yeah.
God, it gets me every time.
Yes.
Don't let me leave, Murph.
Him hitting the fucking
walls.
walls.
God, bro, it's so good.
But yeah, Timothy though, he is a star. Like there's not a movie I think I've seen already like 3 or maybe 5 films of his in theater. So I'm a fan.
You want to know the first film I saw in theater?
What's that?
You probably like, what? Are you kidding me? Was Wonka.
Really?
Yeah.
You went to see Wonka?
I took Liv. And
I didn't know that.
I was like, I'm impressed.
Really?
I was, because I mean, I like the original Wonka.
We did.
I like Johnny Depp. I didn't think, obviously, Johnny Depp's Wonka was way different than the original.
Well, it was pretty fucking out there. Like, I mean, Johnny Depp is one of the greatest was the character actors of our generation. So yeah, he was pretty fucking out there. Let's be real honest.
I couldn't really get into Johnny Depp's
No.
Wonka, but
he's a lot.
I thought I really enjoyed watching Wonka with Timothee Chalamet, and then again I like the again, if you've never seen it, spoiler alert, like it was Wonka before
Wonka, yeah,
and the Chocolate Factory, right?
Yeah.
It was him and his how he got started. So I thought he did a really good job, and I enjoyed it. I was like, this is nice, and then I was like, that really was like, I need to kind of now he's got my attention.
Yeah.
You know, now he's got my attention, and I need to go through the catalog. So
right. Well, I'm gonna give you, because I know you want to play the game. Did you know? But I'll give you a did you know first.
Okay, go for it.
Did you know what the original ending was supposed to be for Marty Supreme?
I don't.
There is a famous billionaire that's in it that has like the quickest conversation with Marty about him being a vampire in the movie.
Was he being interviewed?
I'm not sure.
'Cause you never seen it. So
I've never seen it. I just know the original ending, but they turned down the idea. At the end of the movie, he was supposed to get bit and turn into a vampire.
I don't think that would have worked. I'm glad they didn't go with that route. And if you see the movie, you're gonna be like, oh wow, this ending is not what I thought.
I gotta look up who it is now, and you're gonna be like, okay, I know who that is.
All right. Well, since we're on did you know?
Kevin O'Leary.
Well, he's in the movie.
Yeah, but he's a vampire in the movie.
He says that, yeah.
But the original ending was supposed to have him bite Marty Supreme at the very
I
end.
think they would have lost the audience on that one. I don't think it
I
would
think
have
that's
been.
well the director wants to do it, which he's that famous director with his brother.
Oh yeah.
But the actual A24 turned it down and was like, yeah, we're not doing that. Which shout outs to A24 because they do some off the wall fucking cuff shit sometimes.
Well, the crazy part too, like, is their catalog of movies have been tremendous though.
My gosh, A24. Like talk about going from like small budget films to like these now bigger budget films.
Yeah.
Is crazy, and they're an awesome company.
Yeah.
They're really competing with some of the greatest, like, for a company that's like maybe 20 years old at this point compared to like everybody else is 70, 80, 90
Just think
years
about the
old.
last 3 years.
Yeah.
Of films that have come out
Yes.
from under that company.
Yes.
Gold.
Yes, I would agree.
Well, that was cool.
Yeah.
I'm happy it didn't work out because, like I said, I probably
He said that was cool.
that movie would have definitely not.
You would have
probably
watched
did
it like.
well. I'm like, yeah, that made no sense, but okay. Well, I got two for you.
Go ahead.
And one, I guess I just didn't know. So, and the other one, I just thought was interesting.
Okay.
So the first one is music,
Okay.
and it's "Sad in Disguise." You don't even know where I'm gonna go with this. All right.
No.
So Outkast's massive hit in 2003.
Oh, hey ya.
Hey
Was yes.
Ya.
Hey, I do know this. Hey ya was disguised, and it's in the lyrics if you really listen. When he starts talking about, oh, you think you got it, you got it, you got it, and then he goes, I know you don't want to hear me, you just want to hear me, or you just want to dance. Those are the guy's words of like this was about a relationship falling apart and a relationship that wasn't working. I remember when I used to listen to that song, I like, and I don't know how you are with music in this sense, but I love reading lyrics. And I was like, these lyrics are dark if you don't put music to them.
Yeah.
Like they are those lyrics that you're just like, but it makes sense because it actually it's it's homage to 60s and 70s music that would be upbeat. But like if you were to take the song and take it out of where it is, another song that's like that, and a lot of people don't realize this, but is "Take on Me."
Mm-hmm.
"Take on Me" is actually about a guy's suicide note, and "I'll be gone tomorrow" is literally the lyrics where he says that. So
Yeah.
yes, I did know that.
So it says it's actually a song about the fear of ending up alone, keeping
Mhm.
people in unhappy relationships.
Correct.
And it's crazy, right? Because you're right. It's so upbeat. Even the video was
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Andre 3000 he is just a genius.
He's a masterful like individual for sure.
And yeah, just the concept of how he wanted to put that video together, and it became this craze. If you didn't even like care for, I mean, Outkast is legendary, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But that song is probably one of the in 03,
100%.
everybody
Yes, everybody knew that, and they knew I like the way you move. I like the way you move.
great songs,
Da-na-na.
great songs.
Yeah, they bangers.
So the second, did you know?
Okay.
And this is the VHS retirement. We all know what Well,
Yes.
I don't know about the new generations, but we know all about VHS,
Oh yeah.
right?
I don't know when it was retired though.
So it says in 2006, and I don't know if you've ever seen this movie. I've heard of it, but I don't think I've ever seen it. A History of Violence became the very last major Hollywood movie to be officially released on VHS.
I've never seen History of Violence. I know the movie though, but
I forget my man's name, but he was in like Lord of the Rings, and he's playing some good movies.
Hugo,
Yeah.
not Weaving, but the other one, the
Yeah.
other Hugo.
So that I remember the movie. I never saw it though.
Mhm.
And then that was the last major movie to hit VHS, and then that was the last one.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Or no, Bugle.
Bugle.
Mode.
Yeah, he was in Lord of the
Morrison,
Rings. He was
yeah.
in he was the general in G.I. Jane. He was the
Yes,
one
yes.
beating the shit out of Demi Moore.
Which is crazy, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
it's such a like shift from like everything else he's ever done.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
he's never done that like role like that before.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that until you just said that. 'Cause
Really?
I remember watching that film and I never was like, oh, that guy's like, because that was before Lord of the Rings. I'm pretty
Hey,
sure.
he
So.
beat the dog shit out of Demi Moore. But she took that shit like a champ.
get up, yeah, Jane.
Yeah.
Oh man, what a movie! I've only watched it once, and I was like, it's all right.
Yeah, and people only probably watch it because she showed,
Oh,
the girls.
she showed some boobs.
Yeah, she showed the girls.
She showed some boobs.
So yeah, man. What do you got?
What do I got? You know what? Summertime memories. Let's go there first.
Okay.
Like, what are some of your favorite memories from summer? Like, it can be teen or it can be like 20s. Like, what are some of the things you remember most about,
I mean, I think
summertime?
for me, the best summer memories are all when I was a kid because when you're a kid, summers feel like an eternity. They
They
just
do.
feel like
Super
they're
adventurous.
so
Yes.
long, right?
Yeah.
Because it's all new. It's all
Yeah.
new memories,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I always felt like my summers were amazing, even if we didn't do a lot because we didn't really
No.
have money to go here, go there. Just being
Yeah.
outside and playing ball in the street with my friends,
Right. Right.
the
Right.
neighborhood friends. Um, you know, if mom was able to take us to the lake, um,
Right.
having late days, riding our bikes, skating, like I said, it just being outside, never wanted to go in.
Yeah.
We'd sit on the porch,
Yeah.
even on those hot summer nights,
Yeah.
listening to music, doing and Jenny could tell you doing the Macarena in the
Oh, I
street.
remember.
Was it
I remember. Heck
1995?
yeah.
So summers were like in my
Macarena.
kids, like my early, anywhere from probably 8 to all the way up until my teenage years were probably some of the best memories I had in summer.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it wasn't even like they were extravagant, but they were
Yo,
special to
well,
me.
well, here's the thing. They always say you're always the happiest when you have $20 in your pocket, because you make $20 stretch out to like 150
It
somehow.
was definitely
And it's
fun,
exciting,
man.
you learn how to have actual good times with. I think the greatest old saying is you always be your happiest times will always be when you're broke because you can actually say you were happy.
Well,
You know?
so Andrew Tate said that not too long ago. There's a clip. He says, you can have $10 in your bank account or in your pocket, and he was like, and sitting in a room with a group of your boys talking shit, having a beer, and you're the richest man. You know what I mean? Like just that's
Absolutely.
just perfect because nothing like hanging with the boys, shooting the shit,
Yeah.
busting each other's balls, having a beer.
Yeah.
Everything else doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
No,
and
for
and
sure.
that you're on this high, and
For sure.
that's you're rich in that moment. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Right. You're not wrong. So,
what
but
about you, man? What about your summer memories?
my summer memories. You know what? I would say my late teens and early childhood. Um, we just, I mean, early childhood, like you said, like I remember those things, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, those are fun. Like, even though I was little, I was still like, because I was your brother, yours and Janie's brother, that like I still was able to come around. So, like, I do remember a lot of those things. But yeah, I remember my late teens going to parties, a lot of parties. Just doing miscellaneous stuff. Man, those things, you're right. They're the funnest when you are the poorest, and you learn to adventure. You learn to have a good time.
Well, like crazy too is like, and we talked about this, and we probably always will reference it. Like, we didn't have a lot, right? Well,
Yeah.
financially, mom didn't, but we didn't know that. So for us, like, we didn't know we didn't have a lot.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? So
Because we made the best of everything we
yeah,
had,
you know what
right?
I mean? And that's the crazy part. It was like I kind of knew like even the neighborhood friends like they maybe had better things, but it didn't ever make me feel some type of way. I'm like,
No, no. That was the thing. One thing I will say is we were never envious of what other people had.
no, if anything, I was just like happy that, my friends had things, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
And
for sure.
it was never even like too like our friends were so genuine and kind and we all just had this special bond
Yeah.
where even it wasn't even like I'm rubbing in your
Right,
face.
right,
It
right,
was
right.
more like, hey, come over.
Which true.
You know what I'm saying? Like you
if
can do this too.
even like Nick, when he would get new stuff, like we would
Yeah.
all go to his house and play like his
Yeah.
shit.
So
Like
it was
he'd
almost
be
like
like, check this out.
it was almost like it was all of ours,
Yeah.
but it just stays at their house,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And that was still like great because uh we still got to experience things that we probably never would have got ourselves through
100%.
others, you know what I'm saying? So
100%.
and those were it was still great, like it was ours, you know what I'm
No,
saying?
for sure. You're not
So
wrong. So that's true.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, there's just a bunch. Like I said, it's just you're right. Like me and you, especially when we got older, you're already living your life. You're having kids. I thought one one of the cooler times I'll remember is you were DJing for Cinco de Mayo, and it was like when I was just turning 19, and I got into Gleason's at the time still. I got to watch you DJ for the first time. I was like, okay, this is pretty cool.
It's funny
Yeah,
because
that was a good time for me too.
mom came to my very first,
Yeah,
like my debut,
of course.
and that I thought was kind of cool because
Yeah.
it's weird because mom enjoyed being in the bars herself,
She was a bar queen.
but not like my type of like
No,
our type,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So to see her in our element, supporting that was pretty special.
Yeah, for sure, as it should be.
I think I still have that photo too of her and I in the DJ booth.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I thank you for bringing that up because you were young, and even though we had different friends and we were kind of in different social circles.
Hmm.
You would still show love and support and
Yeah, of course.
come out and hang, not all the time, but sometimes.
Yeah.
And even when you started touching your hands on music and stuff, and
Hmm.
I wanted to support you, and you jumped on a couple shows that I put
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
And yeah, I think stuff like that I'll never forget, right? So
Right.
no, man, I love talking about the good old
The
days.
good old days are good.
Yeah, man.
The good old days are good. Quote that.
Speaking of good old days,
Okay.
it's a good segue.
Hmm.
So
You got a friend in me?
there's a movie coming out,
Which one?
Toy Story.
Toy Story 5.
And I mean, let's bring it back though. So the original Toy Story came out, what, 95?
Yeah, almost
Pixar.
30 years later.
Pixar, right?
Yeah.
And when I remember when it came out,
Okay.
it was the coolest movie. And think about that. In 1995, I'm what? 14 years old? 13, 14 years old in 1995? And that movie was amazing. And if you don't like Toy Story, there's
You're
something
a
going on.
monster.
There's something going on
Okay,
there.
so I guess around this, which one was your favorite? Because I loved one. I loved one. One was super
They're
special.
all so good.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, I ain't gonna lie. 3 kind of had me a little.
It got the tear out of you? You got emotional?
No.
You got emotional?
I think 4, I got emotional.
Really?
You know what though? And I'll say something. We'll go back to mom for 1 second. I feel like after she passed away, my ass became a little more emotional when it comes to movies and when it comes to things.
Okay, so mom had that effect on you.
Yeah.
Having a daughter had that effect on me.
Yeah.
Livy.
Oh well, that's what I was gonna say too. Watching, like, if I watch a movie with Karina in like the theater and she starts shedding a tear, I'm like, I'm like, you
It's
okay?
something about the daughters because
Yes.
the boys never, bro.
No.
But yeah, that soft side
Yes.
is because of
Yes,
her.
yeah.
And I can like you
100%.
same thing. I'm like watching. I'm like.
You'll-
Or
Like,
I'll be
I
laying
ain't
there
doing that.
and I just feel it. I'm like, what's going on?
I
right
know.
now,
I'm like,
bro?
where is this emotion
And I'm like,
coming
oh
from?
my god. I'm like,
No, same thing. It's like when she and my your daughter's probably the same way, but they're like our mom because mom used to cry like at movies too, and I'm like, damn, this like, and they both look like her, so I'm like, I think
it's a beautiful thing,
it
bro.
stints a little more in my feelings without me even trying, and I'm like, what is going on?
But
Like,
yeah,
yeah.
Toy Story. I can't say that I have a favorite, to be honest with you. I think they're all so good, and with that, I know 5's coming out next week.
Yes.
I don't think it will. I'm like, please just don't fail me. That's what I'm worried about a little
The reviews
bit.
are already out. They're getting rave reviews. A lot of people are calling it the best since three. Yes, and
The
and
chills, bro.
and it's like they're bringing back all the cast. They're bringing back Keanu. They're bringing back. They're actually bringing newer, more characters. But like they kind of from what I've read the reviews, they're getting like pretty rave reviews from it. I want to talk about one thing that's not in our notes, by the way. It's big. This is actually big, and it's movie
Clip this.
related.
Clip this.
Did you hear about what happened with Spider-Man?
I did not.
I sent it to you,
When?
like literally the other day.
On what?
Probably TikTok, where you can see this clip.
Okay. Wait. My account or our account?
Our account.
Okay.
It is. The movie was already leaked on the internet digitally because somebody had a copy. They were selling it to people back and forth. We do not condone this. We will not watch it. I will not watch it. And I'm just like, no fucking way. They're trying to ruin a movie that comes out in about a
Okay.
month.
I don't know where your source is from, but who is getting sued over this?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because somebody got their hands on the film, and then
Because it
they
doesn't come
started
out for another
another
month.
month. Yeah. That's how I was like, man, I can't believe like, and yeah, they were putting it already online for people to watch. So people probably watched it, but I
Wow.
don't want to be one of them. I want it ruins. Here's my thing, and this is actually serious to me in its own sense. The movie theater experience is so, as we've talked about this, is so special. Why would you want to ruin it and stay home and watch something like that when you
Mm.
could seriously go to the movie theater, which honestly, if you get a matinee, if you really want to be cheap, maybe $8 per ticket. Go to a matinee, get yourself an $8 ticket. If you don't want to eat or whatever, you're literally just spending $8 to enjoy a film, and you want to ruin it by like bringing out a film a whole month early, which it's going to be one of the biggest films of the year, which
That's
is
wild,
crazy to
bro.
me.
That's wild.
Like it drove me crazy when I see that, and I was like, man, if my brother doesn't know, now he's going to know.
Man, that actually, I did not expect that at
Yes,
all, bro.
yes,
But damn.
yeah.
I mean, regardless, I'm still super excited to see that
Me
next
too.
month, and we'll talk about that
Yes,
obviously in the next few weeks leading
yes,
up to it.
yes.
Um,
But let's finish Toy
let's
Story.
finish Toy Story because it's coming out next week. I'm excited about it. I definitely want to get the kids to take it and see it all. And I'm looking forward to Tom Hanks, Tim Allen, Keanu.
Yeah.
Is it true Bad Bunny is playing a character?
Yes.
I thought I heard that.
So I was just gonna name the cast off: Woody, Tom Hanks, Joan Cusack, of course,
Yep. Love
Tim
Joan.
Allen, Greta Lee, which I've never heard of. She's Lily Pad, so she was in the last one too.
Okay.
Keanu Reeves, of course, Ernie Hudson, which he's
Yep.
yep, Bad Bunny, Wallace Shawn, who's Rex, Ham, who are John Ratzenberger,
Mm-hmm.
who plays Ham. The only person so he's still going to be in this. Oh, they might have got a new one, Mr. Potato Head. I'm pretty sure they replaced Mr. Potato Head with a different person because he passed away. I think like maybe like 10 years ago. Even which is good on them. They still used him in the last film.
Okay.
But how they did it was they used old footage and just kind of
Sure.
layered him in there, and
Yeah.
I was like, man, that's good on them to like still get his family money, even though he's done past.
So let me ask you this: do you think?
Oh, Craig Robinson's gonna be in it too.
Oh yeah, I
Cra-
did hear that.
Yes, Craig. We love Craig Robinson, right? So
Are you? Do you think Toy Story 5 is gonna get that emotional side out of you again?
we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't. They say it's great, but we'll see.
All right.
We'll have to see. Yeah.
Well, get ready. It's coming out
Toy Story
June
5.
19th, I believe.
Correct. June 19th.
Toy Story 5.
Toy Story
Taking
5.
us all back to our childhood.
All right, so I before I jump on my stuff, let's just get this out of the way. What's up with your bread or chips and salsa?
All right, so I recently saw a clip for one of our podcasters that we like.
Okay.
The Cam and Peyton,
Yeah, of course.
and
This is so Cam and Peyton
I know.
coded.
So Peyton is like, well, or I don't know if it was Cam or Peyton, but one of them basically they brought it up like, what is the better appetizer,
Uh-huh.
bread or chips and salsa? And of course, they debate about everything, and they're
Yeah.
always on the
Yes.
opposite sides of
Yes.
it. And I was like, I actually never thought about that, but it does make for good conversation because you do have these restaurants that you go to, and they serve bread,
Yeah.
and then you got restaurants where you'll order like chips and salsa.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do people have a preference? And if you were to have to choose one, which one do you choose? And I know you're a chips and salsa guy,
Yeah, of course.
but I don't think you dislike bread. So do you have a
No.
preference? And if so, what would you prefer, or what is, in your opinion, the better out of the two?
I think it just depends on where you're at.
That's what I
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah. Like I don't want to go to an Italian place and be like, oh, I'm getting chips here. Like unless that's what it is. But like 9 times out of 10, like it's really where you're at and where you're gonna be, right? So, um, I don't know. I mean,
It's tough, right?
yeah,
Because
because
for me,
it's
I thought it was tough, and they
yeah,
were like, you gotta
very
have the
strong.
bread, or you. And I'm like, I'm thinking about, I'm like, that's a hard debate because we're on the same page, right? It
Yeah,
depends on where we're at. Obviously, if we're at like a Roman village, great bread,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
I'm not gonna have, and they're probably not gonna have chips and salsa on the menu, but you do got these places where you got some bread or you got the chips and salsa. Like for example, I know when we go to like eat at downtown
yeah.
at Pegasus, they bring out the bread and you get
Yeah,
the bread and butter, and it's so good,
yeah,
right? Then you get places where they just like Buffalo Wild Wings. You can get the bottomless chips and salsa, right?
yeah,
And
yeah,
then you're just smashing chips and salsa all
yeah,
day,
yeah,
and
yeah.
you're just like, yeah, it's good. Um, so yeah, for me, I thought that was a tough one to be like, I prefer this to that.
Mm-hmm.
And then too, like every bread's different,
hundred
and
percent.
it's like, oh, that bread is good, but this bread is good.
Because then it's like they have that's the one thing we can say, right? When it comes to chips, you're typically getting the same cut chip for the most part. But you're not like so when you're going to like these places giving out different bread, they're giving different styles of bread. They're
Yeah.
not it's not always even the same bread. So it's not like it's one fundamental bread that where you're getting. You're literally sometimes you're getting like rolls, sometimes you're
Oh
getting
my god, bro. I
like
know.
like ripped up pieces. Sometimes it's just like such a like it's such a detailed layer of different breads. Chips, for the most part, you're getting the basic two type of things with it: hot salsa, medium salsa. Sometimes they'll give mild if you want it, but in chips for sure. And like some places which it's like so like in between, but we'll give you the colorful chips, but 95% you're getting
Oh,
the same. Yeah,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
getting the same fucking style chips, and sure they're a little different taste wise, but they're all
Do
pretty
you
much
do
the
you
same.
salt your chips?
Depends.
Yeah,
It
I feel like
depends.
I feel like we gotta hit the salt on the chips, and then it just makes that salsa pop a little bit better. But yeah, I saw those guys, and shout out to the You Should Know podcast, Peyton
Yes,
and Cam. Those guys are great.
they
Like I
are
said,
great.
they always have
Giants,
great, bro. I
giants.
know. I heard they're both like 6'6" and shit, and they're
Yes.
you're young guys, but no, they're so smart and they're
Yeah.
funny. Very I enjoy watching their clips, and I saw that one. I'm like, not to kind of steal their content, but I'm like, I think it makes for a great
No,
conversation,
for
and I just
sure.
wanted to see your opinion because I thought you would feel like I did. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's so hard to say yes or no to which
Yeah,
one.
yeah. It's such a like where you love one or the other because they're
Yeah.
just like and again because you don't want to go somewhere and it's like an Italian place like check out these chips that we got for you.
But the crazy part is the world we're in today. That
Could
wouldn't
be
surprise
yeah.
me.
You're
It
right.
wouldn't surprise me though,
You're
right?
right.
That's where I'm like, you just never know
Yeah.
anymore. And I mean, for freak's sake, look at Taco Bell.
Yeah.
When I started working there back in 1998, it was just regular shit.
They do got French fries.
Now they got fries and they got just
I do like their French fries though. Shout out to their French fries.
bro.
I know you don't eat there, but I like their French fries.
The world is changing. So we'll probably go to an Italian restaurant one day, you and I, and they're gonna be
Italian.
serving chips and salsa.
I'm like, what is this? Where's my bread?
It'll be compliments to the You Should Know podcast because they brought it up. Like, we're gonna serve chips and salsa. We're gonna see what people think
So
with the
good.
bread.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
So last week, which has been 2 weeks now, technically, they had the video game Summer Games Fest.
Okay.
They showed so many good games. so many, like, not just so and just to kind of give you, I don't know if you remember back in the day, but they used to have a thing called E3. Damn, that's how much nerdy I am than my brother. He's looking at me like he's never even heard of this.
Never heard of E3,
So,
but go on, my
so
man.
E3 was a convention where they would show off all the games. They would do like all like press junkets would go, but they would show like every big game that's coming out in the next year to like 2 years. They never tried to exceed that. Sometimes they would, depending on like PlayStation got unveiled at E3, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation 4 is when Sony went into business themselves and started doing their own side thing. But the first three PlayStation got uh, showed up at E3. But that event, a little before COVID, kind of started falling apart.
All right.
So what replaced it was a thing called Summer Games Fest. And Summer Games Fest is actually the same people that do the video game year or video game awards every year. So
Okay.
it's the same company, which is cool. So that they just get a bunch of people, celebrities go, all these people, like all these type of press, celebrities, and fans. But this year, yeah, they had a lot of good games. One of them being Wolverine.
Mm.
Um, Another one, and this is where you're like, I don't know where you're gonna go with this,
All right.
is Final Fantasy VII. They made a trilogy out of it, and they happen to keep the name Re. So first one's remake, second one's rebirth. This one is Revelation.
All right. So
So
pause real quick.
go ahead.
So for the fans though, if you haven't done it or you didn't know, so Rico Classic actually has a page dedicated
To Final
to
Fantasy
Final Fantasy where
stuff and edits and yes,
yeah,
yes,
so he is, I know we talked about it, one of his favorite games of all time,
yeah,
franchises. He's been addicted to
Die Hard.
since he was like 8 years old.
Yes.
But yeah, if you're on TikTok or Instagram, he literally has a page just dedicated to Final Fantasy content. So please
Follow me if you
follow
see
him if you're a
this.
fan
If
and
you're a
you're
fan
into
of
it as
Final
well.
Fantasy VII, yes, you'll see some
Sorry, I
pretty
didn't
cool
mean to
edits.
cut you off, but I felt like I
No,
had to do that
no,
because
yeah,
I know that's your
listen,
thing.
I'm pretty passionate about it. I mean, it's had a big. I would say that game has had a big cause and effect in my life, and like even which this is going to be really deep right now when I say this, but even when like learning the history of the game, that game specifically, the creator of the game, before he started making it, his mom died.
Mm,
So that game is like not just tribute to his mom, but it's like how to grieve for people you love. And it's like which I don't know if we talked about this or not. We have a younger brother, and like playing that game, like really did remind me of him in a sense, and not even just him, but like, a, you know, mom and
right.
or stepdad, dad, and it was just one of those things where it's like that game in a time where I felt like I was really like disconnected. Like it connected me to something, you know? I think that's why I love that game so much because it felt like a connection. Like I built a connection with something that understood me and I understood it, you know? So that's why I spend a lot of time with this stuff because it's not just a game to me. It's like, it's like taught me things in life to be like, to to not even just look forward to, but to understand.
Yeah.
Like, and I tell people this. It's why if I was and when I do lead people to do things like when I was in management, I would give a lot of that the praise because you have to lead, you have to make big decisions, and it gets easier as you get older, sure, but at the same time, like you start somewhere, right?
Mhm.
And yeah, shout out to Final Fantasy VII.
So when does it come out?
Next spring.
Okay.
Next spring, but they did it pretty much like the original. Like I said, they made 3 games, but it's 3 discs, just like the original, and they're kind of just really took their time, made it feel special, made it feel like the original in its own right. The only difference is now it's like instead of it being turn based, it's like open world, like action, and so. But great game, great game, great cast, great voice cast. Shout out to the voice cast. They're pretty. for the most part, they're like actual celebrities.
Yeah.
So they're they really brought it to life the way they should have.
Mm, maybe I can be a video game voice actor.
Maybe you could do it. Why
Mm,
not?
mm.
Why not? What if you did? Segue.
No, I'm gonna end it with the what if.
This is the last thing.
You don't have nothing else?
That's it.
I actually got one thing that wasn't on the topic,
Go
but
ahead.
again, because I don't know if you guys have noticed yet, but my boy got a clean cut today. He got the fresh
Yesterday.
fade,
Yesterday.
looking crispy.
Hmm.
Do you only deal with the same barber, or you let anybody cut your hair?
No, only same barber.
Same barber. You want to shout your barber out? Where's he at?
Uh, yeah, he's right in Southwest. He's off Michigan Ave. Kind of by, I think it was, I don't know what it is now, but right by the strip club over there, Crazy Horse used to be.
Ooh.
Hmm. I park there and I never pay attention to like what it's called now. But right there, I want to say right off Alano, right off Alano in Michigan.
Okay,
But
okay.
yeah, so I used to go to his cousin, which we talked about this last time, kinda. Um, but his cousin retired to become a cop. Shout outs to my boy because he might see this. Um, but yeah, so now he's a cop. So um, his cousin still cuts hair, so I started going to him
Okay.
versus his cousin.
So you
So
get a medium fade there, or was that a low
yeah,
fade?
so I started doing. I used to do a higher fade with the bald fade,
Yep.
and now I brought it down a little bit and just kind of transitioned into a clean cut here,
Yeah, yeah.
just because it was getting a little too high for me, and I'm like,
So do you let them do your beard, or do you do your own
oh, I
beard?
do my own beard.
You're like me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm good. I've gotten good at it. I'm not great, but I've gotten good to understanding like what shaping means and like blending it in, so it's like kind of the
Yeah, yeah,
same
yeah,
and
yeah.
even. So you should be a little proud of your brother for like
I
figuring
actually
that.
am. I actually am
Yeah,
because not everybody does their own beard.
yeah,
I am probably out of people I know the only one.
yeah,
And
yeah,
people are
yeah,
like, bro, yours is always so. I'm like, this is years of learning and
yeah,
perfecting
yeah,
it, right?
absolutely.
Because I use my own
The,
straight razor on
yeah,
myself.
that's the one thing I will say. I don't know why. Maybe you'll have to teach me one day. But when it comes to straight razor, I can't. I still can't do it the way.
It takes time,
Yeah, because
right?
I'm like, oh, I could do this. I do everything else. Because I got clippers at home. I blend in everything, so
Yeah,
it's like, if I want to keep the beard, keep it
you
kind of
bring it down on the
Yes,
cheek.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, what I usually do is on the sides, I'll do a three, just kind of clean it up so it's like in in shape as close as I can to.
sure.
I mean, hey, let's be real. Sometimes you're gonna mess up. That's how you get better, right?
And then if you mess up bad enough, you just
Yeah,
shave it
yeah,
off.
you'll be all
Shave
right.
it off.
You'll be all right. But yeah, so I kind of learned how to blend and blend, but I don't know how to blade. I don't know how to clean myself with
Yeah,
the
that
actual
takes a
blade.
little time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always get compliments on when people like mention my facial hair and they're like, "Who does that?" I'm like, "I do," and they always look at me like, "See," I'm like, "No, I'm dead serious. Like,
Yeah.
I do my own face." Um,
Well, yeah, I was gonna say because even here I clean it up
yeah, you
because yeah,
gotta hit the lip a little bit. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So, uh, yeah, and I've been rocking with the same guy for years too. So I gotta shout out my homie Willie the barber, House of Fades,
House
and
of Fades.
one thing I don't know if you even know this, but so
Oh, I should give his name Geraldo. If you go to the cuts, I don't know if you use the
of
cuts,
course I do.
but he's on the cuts.
So the Cups app actually, my barber
Mm-hmm.
is like one of the actual like guys behind the app.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah, but
Oh,
shout out to Willie again, the barber. But I wanted to tell you because I don't even know if you know this. So Willie is actually a boxer as well. He's
really?
6-0,
Really?
and he's got a fight coming up on your
Congratulations.
birthday.
Really?
Yeah, June 26th.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, he's a prospect, and I was at the barbershop with him yesterday, and we were talking about everything, and he always asks, from like my advice and stuff. Like he
Yeah.
obviously knows that we were involved in the game
Right.
years back, and I still have some knowledge. But yeah, he's got a fight coming up, and I have not yet get to see one of his fights, so I'm hoping to go
there.
see his fights at Motor City Casino.
Okay.
And yeah, man. So maybe depending on because that's your birthday,
Mhm.
maybe we can go and check out and watch him fight. But I wanted to shout him out. And,
Yeah, shout him out.
he shows love to the podcast too. And again, I support his business. He's opened up another location here soon as well.
Okay,
and
cool.
then yeah, man, if he keeps his head on right, he might be. I could see him being a world champion, man.
Hell yeah.
So
I hear why not?
he's a young guy too. He's like 26, 27 years
Oh yeah,
old.
he's really young.
He's just he's got.
Especially for it, nah, and I'm not throwing shade at boxers nowadays, but they're not as good as they used to be, in my opinion.
Well, I think it's because the generations are different, right? And we can talk about this all day, and I know we'll
Mhm.
we'll circle back on these as the episodes go on. But yeah, I just think it's a generation thing. They made comments like where the fighters today are not wanting to go out on their shield. They want to go the distance.
Right.
They don't really want to
Engage. Yes.
engage. And everyone's trying to get the bag and not really put the work in to get it. But this kid
100%.
right here, he's definitely not one of those type of guys. He
Cool.
wants to fight. He wants to put the work in.
Right.
And
As
I'm
you
excited
should.
to see where his career goes. And
Yeah. Has he gotten any TV time yet, or?
no, not quite, but he's got good people around him. He's already building his network.
Okay.
And yeah, so I'm excited to see where the journey takes him as long as he
Absolutely.
wants it anyway. So,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
but yeah, man. So I just want because you're looking crispy, and I was like, okay, I gotta see what my boy's going to. But yeah, I'm excited. It's episode 10.
Episode
It's a
10.
milestone,
It is.
and again, I know we've had we had the holidays, and we just had mom's passing, and
Uh-huh.
her birthday. So I want to end it on this note, and it's a what if, right?
Okay.
And if you answer it, great. If you don't, and I respect that too. So after we end this episode,
Okay.
if mom was to be standing at that door,
Okay. That's a deep what if, but go ahead.
yeah, if she was to be standing at that door
Okay.
again, it's been 10 years that she passed, right, Mister?
Mm-hmm.
I know you do as well. I know Janie
Of
does. I
course.
know
Of
the
course.
family does, right? If she just happened to be standing at that door as soon as we ended this podcast,
Mm-hmm.
is there anything you'd say to her?
Is there anything that I would say to her? Okay, so my question is this like we're seeing her for the first time in 10 years, or is this like just everyday
No. I
situation?
mean, let's say she's back.
She's back. Okay, so like,
Well, and she's only here for the moment.
just I love you. I love you and I appreciate you. I love you, I appreciate you, and I'm grateful for you giving me life for me to give life. And not just give life, but you know, and we've talked about this, to give some knowledge to the world. Even if we're not the most knowledgeable people, we still have things to offer the world. Even if even if it's small increments of things. And I appreciate that a lot. I appreciate that there's things we take away from her without even realizing. And those are the things I would say. I'd be like, thank you and I love you. And you're always appreciated, even when you're not here. So,
Yeah, man.
what about you?
Probably similar. I definitely would thank her,
Uh-huh.
and I would tell her I now know what it is to like love children, right?
Yeah.
When because we talked about this, right? Like it's different when you don't have kids
Mm-hmm.
to know what it is to love kids,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
Um, and I would tell her like I know what that is now. I know the love that you had for us. Now it makes sense, right?
Right.
Now it makes sense
Right.
because all of her kids now have kids,
Mm-hmm.
and we know what it is to love kids, right?
Right.
But yeah, I would tell her to. And again, I know this is we're never gonna have that conversation
Still, hey,
until
least,
we go
yeah.
on to wherever it is we go.
Bahala.
But yeah, I think I would thank her,
Yeah.
tell her, sorry for maybe pushing her buttons.
Uh-huh.
But it also
Well, that's a part of
was a part
life.
of the
Yeah,
journey. You
that's
know
a
what I'm
part of life.
saying?
That's the part that's the greatest part is we got to learn from each other. I'm
And
sure.
I just feel like there was one thing that I never got to achieve that I always, and she never knew this, but it's it still stays in my heart and stays on my mind. And uh I kind of feel like I let her down, but she didn't know it. So in a sense, I'm like I
Yeah,
kind of
it's
let
just it's
myself
yeah,
down. You
it's
know what I'm
just you.
saying?
It's well, here's the thing. This is the greatest thing, and we've talked about this when it comes to living and dying. Right? One day, when either of us pass, me and you.
I'm not going first because you already told me that. You already said it. When I do, you're gonna kiss me.
Yeah, I'm gonna make out with them. But 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 I I'll say this: no matter how successful you'll ever be, I'll never will talk about that. I will talk about who you are, what you stood for, and how I loved you as a brother, and how you loved me as a brother, and loved your kids. I think to me, it doesn't matter what you accomplish in your life. I'm gonna love you the same.
I appreciate that,
I,
man.
it wouldn't change if you were in the box or in the biggest house you've ever could live in. I would love you exactly for who you are, and I think that's more important than any success you could ever
I
have.
appreciate that.
You know, and not to say I'm not proud of my brother because I'm very proud of all his
You
success.
want to know something too? I
Yeah.
actually, you must be in my head right now because I'm proud of you, man.
Thanks,
And
man.
I know that you're not quite where you want to be in life,
No.
but you are making steps towards that journey for you,
Yeah.
and I'm extremely proud of you.
Yeah.
I told you before, I think you're an amazing father. I think mom would be extremely proud of you to see you today. I know she would be extremely proud of Janie, and I'm so proud of her too. I
Absolutely.
love you guys, and honestly, one thing that I can say about us as her kids, and she didn't have this right, and we talked about that a little bit on her birthday, is we're not on the outs.
Yeah.
Uh,
Absolutely.
we've been together, bonded. We don't call each other out on our business, where we
No.
don't
No.
talk to each
No.
other for months or weeks or years at a
Yeah.
time, and we can't hang with one and not the other.
Absolutely.
As her and her siblings could just never really be on the same page, and that's unfortunate and sad, and I think she would love that. We stand together,
Oh,
and we
absolutely.
got each other's back through thick and thin.
Absolutely.
um and I love that about us too,
Yeah.
that
Of
we
course.
didn't kind of go down that path her and her siblings did.
Correct.
So for that, man, I love you guys always, and I always
Yeah.
got you guys to the end. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Same. Same. I like how this got all Hallmarky on us. Like I
I
was like,
mean, we had to, because again, 10 years. She
yeah.
would have been 65 this year. So I hope she knows we're great even when we're not,
Yeah.
and we got each other, and
Of
that's what she
course.
always wanted.
Of course. I mean, that's the most important part, honestly. I mean, that's the great that that's the great part of, even though we didn't have a perfect life. And this is what I can say to truly, like, mom always never, and I'm not going to call anybody else about this, but mom never pitted us against each other. To be real, completely honest. Anytime we've ever had issues with each other is for our own egos. And in the reality of things, mom always wanted us to be on the same page because she's seen us all as her kids. She's seen us all as equals. It was never like I was better than you or you were better than me or Janie was. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when we all might see that a little different, but I truly think mom loved us all the same, and she was proud of us all differently, but together.
Yeah,
So
the love was definitely
yeah.
not lacking by any means.
But I do want you to finish on what you were gonna say about what you feel like you did not accomplish.
I mean, again, you didn't even know this. Jane doesn't know this. It was something
You wanted
that.
to be a hand model. I knew it. You do got some nice hands though. They're nice and big, strong.
Shut up, man.
Man. Anyways, go ahead.
No, I always told myself, and it's because when we lost the house,
Yeah.
that I always wanted to buy her a house,
Yeah.
and I never got to do that. And
It's
it,
okay.
it, it does sting a little bit
Yeah.
because I didn't get the opportunity to, or in that moment, just because it was still like I didn't plan for that unexpectedness,
Yes.
and it does still sit with me a little bit. Like, damn, I kind of never got able to fulfill that. And again, I never told her that.
Yeah.
I never told her that. It
Yeah.
wasn't like I promised her something, but it's
In your
like
head,
in
you were
my
like, I
mind,
want to
I
do this.
knew,
I want to
right,
get
because
this to a point.
it's like that. I'm the oldest son. She, again, and then you just said it, right? Like, she loved us all, but because we're all different too, there's a different bond with each one of us, right? The
Mhm.
first, the middle, the baby, you being the baby.
Yeah.
But it also comes to like how we were raised, right?
Mhm.
I'm the oldest,
Yeah.
so I was the protector. You
Yeah.
guys were to listen to me, almost like you. I'm the big brother, but also like you guys know, like we respect him. We were raised to not question him, right?
Mm-hmm.
She put a lot of this like responsibility on me at a young age where we grew together because she was young, right?
Right.
So that's always like the mindset I had is we take care of our mom in a sense. And
Mm-hmm.
when we lost the house back in 03 04, I told myself that I'm like, I'm gonna buy her house one day.
Right. Right. Right.
And again, she never knew that. I never
Yeah.
told you that. I've never
Yeah.
told Janie that.
Yeah.
Um, but it does still sting a little bit because now she's been gone 10 years, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I never was able to achieve that
Yeah.
for her.
Yeah. It's okay though. I mean, it's here's the thing. There's going to be so many things we fail at in life, but the fact that you are willing to take the responsibility of feeling like you failed, which whatever, this is life. You're not always going to be perfect. We can't always keep every single promise. One thing we both know about humans and about people, we're disappointing. Let's be real honest. But
Yeah.
do you think mom would love you any different if she knew that you didn't succeed?
No, it's not even about
I
that.
know,
You
but
know what I mean?
that's all I'm saying. It's really it's more probably a personal failure versus like, a mom thing because, like I said, you could never have done that. She would still been more proud of you than you would ever know, you know, and she would never be like, well, he didn't do this. Like one thing good about our mom is she never held anything over our heads when it came to failure. Like I can't think of one time that she was just like, well, you didn't do this. Like mom was never like that. And you'd be surprised. A lot of mamas out there, they are absolutely the opposite of that. There's a lot of women out there. Not don't no knock on women, but some mother want the very best from their kid. That's just not reality all the time.
Yeah.
But you're a great athlete. You're a great son, handsome dude.
Oh, stop it,
Yeah,
man. Now you're just
handsome dude.
now you're just
I'm just telling you the truth. And you still went on to be pretty successful. So those things in themselves,
I appreciate
no,
that,
but those
man.
things in themselves hold weight and value, you know, and great dad, and successful at what you're doing. Like in life, let's take the job out of it. Just life successful, and those things are important.
Thank
Those
you,
things
man.
are important.
I appreciate
Look at
that.
this. Look where we're at.
We're on the Half Brothers
We're
Experience
Half
podcast,
Brothers Experience
sharing
podcast.
our life
Yes.
with the world.
We sound like we're two old drunk uncles, but
If that wasn't an insult because I'm like, I sound like a drunk uncle.
Listen to me.
All right, so we're gonna end that here. And man, honestly, I love you,
I
bro.
love
Seriously.
you too. I love you too.
And thank you guys for showing all the love and support. Episode 10 is here, and we're wrapping up. And yeah,
Who is this guy?
some guy we don't know.
Xavier or Kiko, Rico Classic, and that is
A wrap.
a wrap.